by the adjective. And it's important that that, as we know, will still stay the same as both will be of the same gender. Very, very important. And obviously, both will be of the same number, meaning, you know, if it is al-baytu, or, you know, the other one will also be al, etc., etc. And if both is, like we would say, indefinite, then they both will be on the same, like we would say, number, meaning in or un, etc., etc. So, alhamdulillah, today we're starting with a complete new lesson. Before I start, is everybody comfortable with that lesson? Maybe anybody who weren't here last week, maybe, do they want to ask any questions before we proceed further, inshallah? Okay. It doesn't seem like it, no?
Sorry.
Right. Fadal?
Yeah, Sheikh, my name is Siraj Williams.
Siraj, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome,
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Just wanted to greet and say thank you. Very,
very welcome, inshallah. And inshallah, Siraj. This is the class here, and obviously there's some other students that obviously log on later also, and we feel very honored also that you had requested to join the group, inshallah. And inshallah, may Allah Ta'ala make it easy for us. And as we say, we go at the pace, you know, where everybody can maybe understand. And obviously, you know, you shouldn't feel in any means, you know, that you I would say, become a burden if you ask any questions and that, you know, because alhamdulillah, we find that the students are all here to learn, me and myself as well. So in turn, what we do is we always find that any questions are very valuable. What I do is I have this is the textbook that we have or that we're using. And obviously the textbook is available. And Zarina will obviously give you more details with regards to that. We are on lesson 18, so I'll put it on the board, but most of the students are actually, I would say a majority of them had actually purchased the book already, which we bought as a group, you know, we bought it at Sawans, inshallah. So, but basically, as you can see, we do the lesson on the board, we go through it here, we have discussions, and in turn, we unmute ourselves, and, you know, and then we, do participate whenever we need to ask some questions. And I will also inform us when to open up, you know, when there's any questions. And then what we do, inshallah, we have now added the Medina syllabus. We started on it last week. So in the latter part of the class, we use that as a form of, you know, muraja'ah or revision, inshallah. Yeah? So inshallah, Siraj, you know, please sit back and relax and enjoy and participate, inshallah. Once again, feel welcome.
Alhamdulillah, shukran, Sheikh. So this book is First Steps.
First Steps. First Steps. First Steps.
Yeah.
Arabic First Steps, yeah.
I have got that book, and you know, I think I did the course about
lesson number 18.
Okay, so inshallah, you know, by next week, I'm not at home at the moment, but you know, by next week, inshallah.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Inshallah. Then, as I say, you'll see the lessons that I forwarded on to you. You'll see that, you know, those are all sort of coinciding with the lessons that we've got, you know, on the screen every week. And so as the recordings were, it were as per lesson, inshallah. Okay.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good.
Thank you. Inshallah. Okay. So when we look at the lesson to this evening, lesson number 18, okay, we find here, alhamdulillah, we're looking now at the interrogative particle. And I'm sure when we see that name now, interrogative, no, when we see that the word interrogative or adatul istifham, you know, then automatically we know that we're referring here to a question. Remember, we did all the questions. How was one? We used to man, ma. You know, those were all interrogative particles, meaning that we found that when questions were asked, these particular words, or I would say phrases, were used, you know, to ask questions. And importantly, and I will continuously remind us to not forget that whenever a question is asked, you'll find that the interrogative particle will always start the sentence. Okay? Because as we know, normally when we ask questions or in other languages, for example, the question or the actual indication you know, that the question is being asked is normally somewhere in the middle of the sentence. But here we can see in Arabic, you find that the interrogative particle will always be the start of the sentence, okay? So therefore, we can read again the interrogative particle, as I've got it here. The interrogative particle, aina, is used to ask about the place of a thing or a person, okay? The place of a person, you know, meaning where is he from, etc., etc. And therefore, we can see the word aina obviously refer as to where. And then obviously we refer to, for example, ma or man is who, ma is what, you know. So if we look at the following answer, the question and the answers, we find that obviously we look at the first one. This is the tarjim or the translations thereof. We find ayn al-ma'u. Importantly, have a look at the structure of the noun here, al-ma'u, meaning the water. Can you see? Al-ma'u. Obviously, if there had been ma'un, ayna ma'un, where is a water, right? In this particular case, is where is the water, right? Aynal ma'u, okay? Where is the water? Al-ma'u fi thalajati. So can we see now what is happening is you are now going to start using most of the laws that we had applied so far in the past 17 lessons. Here, for example, fi thalajati, can we see here? This we did last week. The harfu jar, the preposition, and because of the use of the preposition, you find therefore that your noun athalaja, meaning the fridge here, it takes a I as the last vowel on the last digit or the last harf. Can we say that? Al-ma'u fi thalajati. Also, you know, when the question asks where is the water, we won't say in the fridge, you know. That was not even adapt it everything. When you constitute a proper sentence, you would say al-ma'u, and this, as you can see, this is a proper sentence. Al-ma'u fi thalajati. Can we see? And here again also, we ask the question, Aynal waladu? Aynal waladu, where is the boy? Al waladu alad darajati. See? Al waladu alad darajati. Okay, meaning the boy is on the bicycle. You can't say al waladu fit darajati, the boy is in the bicycle. Obviously, you know, that was not proper English. So it is sometimes, the reason why I do that is that sometimes you might find that we sometimes when we speak or we use other languages, then we sometimes use the incorrect, what we call it, preposition, you know. Sometimes we have the tendency to do that, to not use the proper preposition, you know, which is like, you know, referring to that type of speech. You know what I'm trying to say? So therefore, I'm just, you know, I just want us to take note that, for example, when certain questions are asked, especially in Arabic, you know, then you would say, you know, you'll find that because if I refer to the very next one that's going to come here, you know, then you're going to see there's some mixing of the words here. You see, because here, for example, but before I go on, are we comfortable with the first two that we've done this far? Okay. Al-waladu, we know that. Alad darajati. See? Alad darajati. Ala, normally, right? If you say ala on the whatever, but if it's, when we find that the noun is now definite with the alamu ta'rif, the al, then automatically the ala becomes a alad. Then the lam goes into the dal. I think we had the same discussion with minal masjidi, min masjidin, min masjidin, and remember we said minal masjidi, and I think we are comfortable with the understanding by now that whenever you have a alamu ta'arif, something definite, then you know that interrogative or even the preposition goes directly into the noun which is definite, you know, with a alamu ta'arif, if we look at it. But when we look at this particular one, this is important, and because we might not say from where are you, you know, we might not, like, for example, address it like this. But here when we look at the structure, we say from where are you, where is aina. Therefore, I say we must be very careful that when we formulate Arabic phrases, like in the form of the question here, we would have started like taking the direct translation as the words are following here. Aina anta min, we would have said that. But can we see how the Arabic reads min? From.
Min aina anta.
Aina anta. Can we see? Min aina anta. We would say from where are you? Where are you from? Can you see how they actually put it there? But it is better min aina anta. I just want that's just a point that I wanted to bring over to us to just note, that we need to, when we formulate the Arabic question format, you'll find that this is standard. Min aina. We won't say aina anta min. You know what I say? Min aina. And min is then obviously, as we can see, from, and from is a harfu jar. So we can find here that the interrogative particle, when it is connected to a harfu jar, the harfu jar comes first and then that. Okay? Min aina anta. And importantly, look at the answer to that question. Ana. Anta. Remember, I'm asking you, then when you say I, myself, the first person, you won't say anta min al-Qahira, you won't say you are from, you'll say I am. And I is, as you say, ana min al-Qahira. See? Qahira, Cairo. Ana min al-Qahira. Al-Qahira is the Arabic reference or word for what we call it for Cairo. And obviously, Al-Qahirati takes a sound. Why? Because of the harfu jar meaning min, right? Min al-Qahirati. So therefore, we can see that is also a similar structure as what we had with the harfu jar. Is there any questions before I take us to the explanation of what we had just discussed earlier here now? Any questions?
Yeah. Min.
Are we ready to go through the explanations? Now, okay. Right on. Let us just go through it again, inshallah. I think it will come out when we do the examples, that we discussed, and it will obviously come out. So we look at the explanation number one. We say that the interrogative particle we know is aina, means where, and it is followed immediately by the noun. It is asked about. Very, very important. If it asks about the boy, the walad, then you'll see automatically that noun, the walad there, he is going to be, it's gonna, that noun is gonna appear there. See there, Ainal waladu, where's the boy? Ainal ma'u, the water. See there? So automatically, as we say, it is connected, or immediately after that follows the noun which is being referred to. Example, as you say, al-ma'u, the water there in that particular case, and the other one is the boy. So if you ask the question, Ainal Kaaba, where is the Kaaba? You know what I'm saying? Automatically you refer there to what you're actually looking for. The position of, or the place where that is to be found, right? Then number two, in replying to the questions, the preposition is used. See that? The preposition is used in most cases. The answer to the first example gives a clear indication where the water is, meaning it is fi, in the fridge, and not ala, and it is not as ala, meaning on top of the fridge. Okay? The fi thalajati and not ala thalajati. Okay? But the water can also be on top of the fridge, but which means it gives you the detailed explanation as to where it is to be found. But importantly, as we can see, that the harfu jar comes then ahead of the actual noun that you are actually referring to. Okay? Secondly, or number three, the third example, the question starts with the preposition min, from, and not with the interrogative particle aina, as I explained to us further on there. Okay. Now let us take more examples to just open the discussion for us more clear and more challenging to us. Examples, as you can see, Ainal Haqibatu. Aina al-Haqibatu. See there? Reason being, why is it al-Haqibatu and not Aina al-Haqibati? Can anybody answer me with that one?
Aina
Aina al-Haqibatu. Why is it not Aina al-Haqibati?
No preposition in front.
There's no preposition there. Can we see there? So remember, the preposition brings about that your noun here now, it will then carry a is sound. In this particular case, there is no noun, there is no preposition. Therefore, you say, where is the bag, right? Where is the bag? Al-Haqibatu fi saffi. See? Fi saffi. Not fi saffu, fi saffi. The bag is in the classroom. Okay? Righto. And this is how, we need to go through the examples, when we do the analysis and trying to get understanding. I will open for us now, or just after this, we can all read together. I just want to explain to us. So when we read, inshallah, we will have more commitment to that and understanding. The second one is, Aina al-Qamusu. Qamusu means a dictionary. Yeah. Where is the dictionary? Al-Qamusu ala-Rafi. Remember, this is the word we did last week. Shelf. The dictionary is on the shelf. We won't say sometimes we also say the dictionary is as any rak. Remember, we would say as any rak, but it's not any rak, it's opi rak. So we can see al-Qamusu ala-Rafi. The reason why I mentioned that because once they were students, when the question was asked, they would then say al-Qamusu fi Rafi. This is how we say, or how we speak in Afrikaans. You see, therefore, as I mentioned to us, be very, very conscious and take note as to how the phrases are being used, especially how the harfu jar is used, in the Arabic language. As to sometimes you can do a direct translation as to how you address it in another language, and then, it doesn't, because you can't say it's in the shelf, When they refer to as in, it means it's inside, where in this particular case, a dictionary can never be inside the shelf, it can only be on top of the shelf. Ala Rafi. Then the next one, where are you male from? See, male, M. Min aina anta. Min aina anta. From where are you? Ana min al madinatil munawwarati. Remember, we never say Medina. Remember, what is Medina? Ma ma'ana Medina?
City.
Ma ma'ana Medina?
City.
So therefore, you see, if you say you're from Medina, then it's a city, but here specific reference is made about the city or the illuminated. You see? So therefore, Medina is referred to as Madinatul Munawwaratu. Obviously, here we say, because of the harfu jariyah, Minal Madinati. Can you see? Minal Madinatil Munawwarati. Remember that one. I am from. And as we said, Anta comes to Ana. Now we're going a little bit further. Min aina huwa. Can we see? Min aina, from he is huwa. Huwa is he. From where is he? Huwa minal maghribi. See there? Minal kharfu jar maghribi. Maghribi is Morocco. Al maghribu is Morocco. And obviously when we say, because being from Morocco, being the harfu jar, Morocco or maghribi takes now a I sound. Okay? But remember, the root is al-maghribu, meaning Morocco. That is if it is just the noun. But as soon as the noun is attached to a harfu jar, to make it in the genitive case, meaning to make it an I sound, then automatically you'll find now that it's now going to take the I at the, okay? Here comes more. Something more to add on. Min aina anta qadimun. Qadimun. From where are you qadim? Qadim means to come from. From where are you coming, or from where are you coming from? See? Min aina anta qadimun. See, can you see how it's structured? Min aina anta and then qadimun, coming. Right? أنا قادم من جنوب إفريقيا. See, that is for South Africa. من جنوب إفريقيا. Now you will ask me, why don't we say إفريقي? There are certain words, especially when it comes to the names of things that are not affected by the jar, in that it will change the actual meaning of that actual word. Okay? Another word that you'll see is at the bottom, also Makkah. Okay? So as we say, what we do is when we discuss our laws, we find that the majority of the laws are, as per system, as it is like sort of worked out, take an E here and there, but there are exceptions to the law, which we will come by later. Therefore, you'll see what it does is, or what the book does is, or the actual syllabus does at the later stage in your studies, where you are now having already done 18 lessons. You'll find by now the student will understand why there might be certain exceptions to the actual norm. Okay? So therefore, you can say, fi janubi, min janubi, Ifriqiya. So kanala, the mense praat baie Janoob and whatever, kanala, this is how you would refer to South Africa. Fi janubi, Ifriqiya. Not Janubi. Baie gewoon mense Janubi, Afriqiya. Mense sê maar Junoob. Junoob, you know what Junoob means? Can anybody tell me what is Junubi?
It's
Usually from Junubi.
yeah, I'm coming from
Did you hear?
Junubi.
It is referred to being Junub.
Junubul Khadaf.
Yeah. Junubi.
Junub means to be impure. When you have actually, had a relationship, sexual relationship, and you need to purify yourself, then you must take a ghusl. So before you take the ghusl, or when you are in that state, the person will say they are junub. You heard that word already?
Yeah.
So therefore you can't say fi junubi Afriqiya, you are from Africa. Impure Africa kanala, okay. Anyway, right on. And then the last, let me just go on here quickly. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Ila aina hiya dhahibatun. Ila aina. To. See that? Ila means to. Ila aina hiya dhahibatun. Where is she going to? Or like we say there, to where is she going? You can also say so. But obviously, to where is she going? But obviously, when you make a proper sentence, say, where is she going to? See? Where aina is she here? Dhahibatun. See there? Qadimun is coming, and dhahibun, because when we look, we're going to do this with qadimun. Qadama means to come, and dhahaba means to go. See? So now, when you say dhahibatun and qadimun, obviously, you find that. And this is important. I want us to also take note. You can say, Anta qadimun. Anta qadimun. Why qadimun? Why does qadimun not take a ta marbuta here, like in this case? Because anta is you.
Masculine.
Masculine. So qadimun is also then masculine. But if it was min aina
anti qadimatun.
Min aina anti qadimatun. Right? And yes, again, ila aina huwa dhahibun. See there?
Yeah.
See? Here we say ila anta. It's not ila aina hiya dhahibatun. Why? Hiya is she. And therefore dhahibatun makes a tamarbuta because it is feminine. But if hiya had to be huwa, if you want to ask, you have to ask where is he going to? Then you say ila aina huwa dhahibun. Dhahibun.
Yeah.
See, can you understand why I said to us that now the lessons are becoming very interesting, and we will have to, we must focus and look at the structure. Okay, it's not difficult, but just be observant, whatever. So sometimes we're going to read. Therefore, like when I go through this is actually important for us to take note of before we come to, you know, the exercises and also the new words that you learn on, because I want us to understand the structure of these sentences, how it is put together, you know, so that you can also, like what I'm doing here now, pointing it out to you, you know, if you want to do proper muraja'a, meaning proper revision, then you must be able to pick that up, you know, inshallah. But don't worry, we'll work on that. And then very important, can we see here? Hiya dhahibatun, ila Makkatal
Makatun
Mukarramah.
Mukarramah.
So Makkata will always take a A. You won't say Makkatil, you know, it's always Makkatu or Makkata, right? But not Makkati, inshallah. This we must just remember as a law. We will, when we're going to come to book 2 that Tamani always refer to, you will see, we will now get more into the understanding why it's Makkah and not Makkatil. No? Okay, so Makkatal Mukarramah, you know, so remember when people ask you, where are you going? I'm going in Makkatal Mukarramah. Okay, inshallah. I will stop there. You can unmute now, and I would like us to read through this and focus, inshallah, you know, so that I want us to just get an understanding. So we can now all unmute, inshallah, and we will start there by Assalamu alaikum to everybody who joined now. Alhamdulillah, 15 participants, inshallah. Let us start there in the beginning, like Ayn al-Khakibatu fi Safi. Fadl.
Imam, word soft there. What is it soft? What is the meaning? Is soft a classroom?
Classroom also.
Oh, row.
Firstly as a classroom, and Safi is also a classroom. And obviously, as I mentioned to us last week, soft, that is like rows, you know. So classroom, you know, like a class with rows, you know, rows of classrooms. Because as we say in Salah, sufuf, the word sufuf, you know, it comes from that root also saf, meaning line. Safia, you know. So if you say Maki sufuf recht, then mean that say many sod, you know, and name many sini. Okay? Fadal. Okay, inshallah, bismillah, everybody. Aina
al-Hakibatu
Al-Hakibatu
fi Safi.
Safan.
again, all together. Everybody's not here yet. Fadal, together again. Aina
al-Hakibatu
Al-Hakibatu fi Safi.
bis Safi. Aina al-Hakibatu
Fi Safi.
bis Safi. Hakiba is more like a satchel. Satchel. Okay, so everybody, righto. So the vocal cords is now open. Next one. Aina
Al-Kamusu
righto.
Al-Kamusu
Al-Rafi.
Al-Rafi
Al-Rafi.
Al-Rafi
Aina al-Qamusu again.
Ayn al-Qamus
Al-Kamusu Al-Rafi
Al-Rafi. Naam. Okay. Then min aina anta?
min ayna anta
Anta
anna min al-Madinati
Al-Madinati Al-Munawwarati
Munawwarati.
Ana min al-Madinati al-Munawwarati.
Munawwarati.
Madina is always addressed like that. You know, so it's got Madina to you, it's got Madinatul Munawwara, obviously. But if you say, if you put it, or if it's like in this particular manner, you know, with the harfu jar, then obviously it will become Madinatil Munawwarati. That's one. That one. Min
Min Aina Huwa
min aina huwa. Okay.
Huwa min
wa min al-Maghribi.
al-Maghribi
Huwa min al-Maghribi.
Huwa again, everybody.
Min ayna huwa
Huwa min al-Maghribi.
Huwa min al-Maghribi.
Huwa min al-Maghribi
Aywa. Can we see there? Those are all definite words. You can't say Maghribi, al-Maghribi. See? Al-Maghribu or Maghribu. See? It's all got definites on there. Right? The next one, min aina.
Min Aina Qadimun
Qadimun.
أنا قادم من جنوب في جنوب
أنا قادم من
إفريقيا
جنوب إفريقيا.
Again, من أين قادم؟
من
أين
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 أنت
قادم؟
قادم؟
أنا
أنا
قادم
قادم
من جنوب أفريقيا
أفريقيا
إفريقيا
جنوب
إفريقيا
إفريقيا.
جنوب إفريقيا
جنوب أفريقيا
أيوة. Next one.
إلى
إلى
أين
أين
أنت
أين
هي ذاهبة
إلى أين
ذهبت
ذاهبة again.
ذاهبة
إلى أين هي
أين
ذاهبة
هي ذاهبة
هي ذاهبة
هي
إلى
ذاهبة
مكة
إلى
مكة المكرمة
مكة
هي
المكرمة.
ذاهبة إلى مكة المكرمة. Okay, let me put it this way. Ik kan nog niet, dan is nog niet. Because I wanted some to answer some to ask the question and some to actually. Okay, I tell you what. I'll ask the question and you all answer me. Then and then at least let us just sit and listen now. I mean, when you answer the question, then try and focus and sit down. As ek nou 'n question vra en hulle antwoord my dan nou so. You know what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is I want us to put some feeling into it, in that when you actually do the speech, you do the speech in a manner as you make an impression then, or an impact, okay? Are we going to try it? Ons maak 'n movie nou, maak 'n film nou, So ons moet nou interesting maak, otherwise gaan die movie mos nou failure is. So I'll ask the question and you're going to answer me, and then in turn you ask the question, and then okay, let me put it this way. You ask the question first, and then I'll answer, and in turn then we swap it around, and I think that will make it, it was more comfortable maak met die woorde, because, don't feel despondent or it's easy what he is, the words are easy. So, okay, you ask the question, and then I will then reply, inshallah. Okay, let us go. Bismillah.
أين
أين الحقيبة؟
الحقيبة في الصف. Next one.
أين
القاموس؟
القاموس على الرف. Next one.
من أين
أين
أنت
أنا من المدينة المنورة.
من
أين هو؟
من أين هو
Yeah, min, not min now. Min.
من أين هو
If there's an almost there, remember there's no al here, no? So in this particular case, you don't put there.
من أين هو
هو من المغرب.
من أين
أين أنت قادم
أنا قادم من جنوب إفريقيا. Next one, last one.
إلى
أين
أين
هي
ذاهبة؟
ذاهبة؟
هي ذاهبة إلى مكة المكرمة. Okay, so now I'm going to answer the question, or I'm going to ask the question, and you will all answer me. Okay, right now, ready? أين الحقيبة؟
الحقيبة في صفي
Naam. Okay. You see, the reason why you might think fi saffa, because you see, normally when we see the E, it must be low. You see, but remember what we said when it comes to the Arabic texts, not the Quran, the text, when you find in books, you'll find that they will put the E sound below the shadda here. Okay, but by now you should have the understanding in your I would say your understanding with regards to the preposition or the harfu jar, that whenever there's a harfu jar, this must automatically be a E. You see then what I'm trying to say? This, so you should feel, if you say fi saffa or fi saffu, it feels uncomfortable because it must be fi saffi, right? As we said, because of the harfu jar, it will always be a E, right? In similar, you'll find here also, It won't be Rafa, it will be Rafi. Right now. Next one. أين القاموس؟
القاموس على
على
الرف.
الرف.
نعم. من أين أنت؟
أنا من
من
المدينة
المدينة المنورة.
أيوة ما شاء الله. من أين هو؟
هو
من المغرب.
المغرب.
Beautiful, beautiful. من أين أنت قادم؟
أنا قادم من جنوب
إفريقيا.
إفريقيا.
أكثر يا جنوبنا.
جنوبي أفريقيا.
جنوبي.
جنوب.
جنوبنا. جن. En voor Jan wat op die plaats is, Janubna. Min Jan.
جنوبي.
قادم من جنوب إفريقيا.
إفريقيا. Beautiful. Inshallah, we gaan daar komen hari ini. إلى أين هي ذاهبة؟
هي ذاهبة
إلى مكة المكرمة.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now it sounds much better. Sounds much, much better. I'm sure, you're getting used to it now. No? Inshallah. So that is very, very important for us, and as I say, when you do your revision, you see, this is how we're going to do it. I'll move on now because, as I say, you will always catch up on the YouTube, refreshments, after what we have done. So let us see, note in group 3, a different set of examples appear. Note the arrangement of the words in the question and in the answer. Okay? So alhamdulillah, are we comfortable with that or do you want me to go over it with us again? Maybe in exercises? Anybody? Do you want us to do the I would say a session through it again, meaning reading it and answering it? Anybody maybe that wants to maybe two of you who wants to volunteer to maybe do it, one answer and one ask question.
أين
يلا إمام.
أين الخاكية؟
Okay, Tamani and who Auntie Rhoda, you have Tamani?
يا
Rhoda?
نعم
نعم. تفضلوا.
نعم.
Who's going to ask the question?
I'll ask the question.
Imam.
Okay.
Who's going to ask? Tamani got the questions answer. Yeah. Okay, fine. Right. Listen, take your time. Take your time. And the muni warani as a mistake mahu is a problem. Don't rush because I want you to follow, the actual. Don't rush. Al-Khakibatu fi Safi. Right. Rather go for the proper pronunciations and, reading in that was almost to say it too fast. Okay, let's go for it.
كيبة.
الحكيبة في الصف.
Aywa. Next one, Tamani, go on.
أين القاموس؟
القاموس على الرف.
من أين أنت؟
Okay.
أنا من المدينة المنورة.
من أين هو؟ أو بس ده من أين هو وياه؟
Quiet, because you are speaking with the here, But now you see, you're asking another question about a person that's not there, you see? So come for the frog, sometimes you ask the wife, where's your husband, So
you must ask أين أنت.
okay.
ومن المغرب.
ايوه تفضل.
من أين أنت قادم؟
ما شاء الله.
أنا قادم من جنوب إفريقيا. جنوب إفريقيا.
ما شاء الله. Next one.
إلى أين هي ذاهبة؟ ذاهبة.
ما شاء الله.
يا ذاهبة إلى مكة المكرمة.
ما شاء الله. Very nice. Alhamdulillah. Anybody else come? Any other volunteers? No problem. Try it, Try it.
أين الخطيبة؟ أين الخطيبة؟
Come, anybody?
Okay, Imam, I'll ask a question.
Go for it. Who's that?
Hamza.
The Hamza, mashallah. Azbita Hamza, you right?
Alhamdulillah.
Salams to the family, your wife and the kids. Salams
Shukran.
to Allah. And okay, who's gonna join with the Hamza? We have the Hamza join? You want to? Okay, Wasima's gonna join with the Hamza. Wasima's gonna join with the Hamza. Right? Okay, fine. The Hamza, you can ask the question.
أين الحقيبة؟
الحقيبة في الصف.
الله أكبر.
أين القاموس؟
القاموس على الرف.
من أين أنت؟
أنا من المدينة المنورة.
من أين هو؟
هو من المغرب.
من أين أنت قادم؟
أنا قادم من جنوب أفريقيا.
جنوبي إفريقيا.
Next one.
إلى أين هي ذاهبة؟
هي ذاهبة إلى مكة المكرمة.
Ahsan, beautiful. Well done, the Hamza. Well done, Wasima.
كويس كويس.
Another set that wants to try, inshallah. So, as I say, it's just like, it's just for us to become motivated, inshallah. That's all, Is there anybody else who wants to try?
أين الحقيبة؟
I'll ask a question, Imam.
Okay, Ibrahim is going to ask the question. Who's going to answer the honorable gentleman? When he asks you the question, who's going to answer him?
الحقيبة.
Anybody? Zarina, would you like to answer?
But shy to talk.
Zarina, man. Take it, Zarina, as I say, it's just like, sorry, ek pick money vir julle so uit as die ding is die,
Okay, I'll take a chance.
Ahsan, that's right. Okay, but Ibrahim, Zarina and yourself, you will ask the questions. Okay, Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أين الحقيبة؟
الحقيبة في الصف.
أين القاموس؟
القاموس على الرف.
ما شاء الله.
من أين أنت؟
أحسن.
أنا من المدينة المنورة.
أحسن.
منورة. Yeah.
من أين هو؟
هو من المغرب.
أيوة.
من أين أنت قادم؟
ما شاء الله.
أنا قادم من جنوب إفريقيا.
من جنوب.
جنوب إفريقيا.
أحسنت.
إلى أين من ذاهبة
هي ذاهبة إلى مكة المكرمة.
MashaAllah, very nice. Excellent, Ibrahim and Auntie Zarina. Ahsan, inshallah. Is there anybody else who want to try before we move on? Okay, right, inshallah. No problem. Alhamdulillah, I think that was something nice, just to get us all motivated, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, obviously, here we have our new set of words, which we refer to as Kalimatul Jadidatu. Okay. Kalimatul Jadidatu, righto. Here we go. Okay. Okay, here we see everybody just unmute. Let me just say the words. I think we still wanted to get some of the Arabic Medina syllabus in there that we can maybe just go through, inshallah. Here we go. Okay. Inshallah. The bell. Jarasun, the bell. Okay, here we go.
Jarasun,
the bell.
Jarasun.
The bell.
The bell.
The bell.
A bell.
It should have been
Jarasun.
Mistake, Dana. It should have been Al Jarasun. Right?
Al Jarasun.
Yeah, because obviously the bell. You see, what they've done here was because of the translation all being the, to the the gemaakt. You see, all being definite. So it's a bit al jarasun, right? Jarasun is a bell, okay, and the bell will be al jarasun.
Al jarasu. Al
Next
jara.
one, right?
Al jara. Su al jarasu. Tu.
Jarasun, right? Because it was the al, and then it becomes a u, right?
Al
Next
jarasu.
one.
Al jarasu.
Yeah, al jarasu. If
Jarasu.
it's just jarasun, that's it need the bell is an a bell. Okay?
Yeah.
Right on.
Okay.
The next one, asharku.
Sharku.
Asharku said al gharbu and asharku, east and west, you know?
East and west.
Okay? Asharku and as you say, asharku and al gharbu. Okay?
Al-Gharbu. Asharku
The west.
al-Gharbu.
The east.
Asharku al-Gharbu.
Asharku. Right on. Next one. Shamalu
Shamalu
Ifriqiya.
Ifriqiya.
Shamalu north. Shamal.
Shamalu Ifriqiya.
Shamal. So where we see the
Shamalu
east.
Ifriqiya.
Sharqun. Gharbun is, and then Shimal or Shamalun is north. Okay. And Janubun is
Janub.
south. See there? So here's the whole thing of Africa. Shamalu Ifriqiya.
Ifriqiya.
Okay.
Shamalu
Maghribu.
As most now.
Al-Maghrib. Morocco.
Remember, when you say you are from min Maghribi, remember when you say min al Maghribi means what the jar.
I am.
Because this is most now obviously just as you say Morocco itself will be al Maghrib, right? Madinatul Munawwaratu. Can you see there? Madinatul Munawwaratu. But if you are from Medina, it's Minal Madinatil
Munawwarati.
From.
As you can see, there's no harfu jar there. So obviously it is like you say, it is just the name of the place. Al-Ka'batu. Al-Ka'batu. The Kaaba.
Al-Ka'batu.
Al-Ka'batu, yeah.
Al-Ka'batu.
Now you can't say Ka'batun. You won't get the word Ka'batun. Why? Because Ka'batun, you know, there's not on does not in Kaaba. You see? Allah Ta'ala always speak in the Holy Quran of Al-Kaaba. Okay? Al-Ka'batul Kiblati. Al-Ka'batul Al-Ka'batul Kiblati. Salatu Faridati. Okay? Then the West, Al-Gharbu. See? Al-Gharbu. Okay? Gharbun, Al-Gharbu. Right? Janubu.
Janubu Ifriqiya.
Yeah.
Not Junubu, no? Janubu there.
Janubu Ifriqiya.
Ta'iru. Or
Al-Qahiru.
Al-Qahiratu.
But as you must know, obviously, when the Arab speaking person and he uses it in his vocabulary, then he won't say, I'm going to Al-Qahiratu. He say, I'll go to Al-Qahira. Al-Qahira. Okay? Al-Qahira. Yeah. Like for us, we say Al-Qahiratu. Remember what we said, so that we can get a better understanding of the pure Arabic, you know, to how it should be. And the last one, Makkatul Mukarramatu.
Makkatul Mukarramatu.
Makkatul Mukarramatu.
Become Makkatul Mukarramatu, but not Makkatil. Okay? So the Harfu Jar will not affect Makkah. See there? You can say Minal Makkatil Mukarramatini. No. Minal Makkatal Mukarramati. See there? And as I say, this is an exception to the law, inshallah. I will stop on that. Inshallah, you've got quite a bit of how can I say, exercises and work to do on that, yeah, because there was an easy lesson. No? But inshallah, I think, you know, as we have managed all the other, inshallah, we will go through that, because next week, if you look at the next lesson, it is actually a complete different, I would say, a format of what we're doing, because there we're looking at the dual, you know, and I think maybe what we can do is I'll look at it, and maybe next week what we do is we go through the Medina syllabus and we try and do most of that exercises there, you know, as we did last week. And then, you know, because I think just to get all this in order before we go on to the dual. The dual is that, like, you know, where we, for example, if you say babun is a door, then, for example, if you want to say 2 doors, then it becomes babani. And you see that you add ani on. Babani, you know, or qalamani, or kitabani, you know, all that ani is on, you know. So I will rather, you know, let us first familiarize ourselves with this each other. Let me just see. Any question, Marv? Anybody ask something?
Pakistani. It's a 2 Pakistani.
Allahu Akbar.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Amani.
Amani. Abdurrahman, Mani. Anyway, let us quickly look at this. Okay, fine. Ahmad asked us by Deekun. Can everybody just, sorry, is it okay if we just have a few minutes of this quickly?
Yeah,
just
inshallah.
to finish. Can you remember, did we last week? Remember?
They're breaking up, Imam.
Sorry?
Breaking up.
Breaking up.
Am I
Breaking up. Breaking up. Breaking up.
Okay.
هذا
ديكون.
هذا ديك.
ديكون.
هذا ديكون. من هذا؟
من هذا؟
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
Tamani, can you hear Tamani?
Susu, Imam.
Breaking up.
Echo bichida. Break up is echo da.
Fine. Fine, yeah. But anyway, you know, the class gaat ons die answers gee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ik vraag maar die question, hè? Righto.
Maar
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ما هذا؟
هذا
ديكون.
Come again?
هذا ديكون.
هذا
chicken.
من هذا؟
هذا مدرس.
مدرس.
هذا مدرس. أهذا قميص؟
لا.
هذا ديل.
من ديل.
هذا من ديل. ديل sedang
handkerchief.
Is a handkerchief. The handkerchief, right?
Tamrin is tamrin.
هذا قميص shirt. No, this is a handkerchief. Tamrin exercise. اقرأ واكتب means read and write, right? ما هذا؟
هذا قلم.
هذا قلم.
Okay, you can read. ما هذا؟
ما هذا
طبيب.
هذا قلم.
هذا قلم. Next one.
Yeah. من هذا؟
هذا
طبيب.
ما معنى طبيب؟
دكتور.
Next one.
هذا قلم.
قلب.
هذا
قلب. لا هذا
كتن.
Next one.
هذا حصان.
حصان.
لا.
حصان.
هذا
حمار.
أيوة.
هذا
ولد.
ولد.
نعم.
نعم.
هذا ولد.
هذا ولد.
هذا
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 كلب.
كلب.
كلب. هذا
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 جمل. هذا جمل.
جمل.
Jamaluni, Jamangi,
Jamlu.
جمل. camel.
هذا
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 نعم.
نعم
هذا ديكون.
is that
هذا
chicken.
هذا منديل.
منديل. هذا
هذا
منديل.
منديل.
من هذا؟
من
من
هذا؟
هذا رجل.
رجل
Mashallah,
رجل.
beautiful, beautiful. الدرس الثاني, the third lesson.
third lesson.
ثاني.
Second. الثاني.
Second lesson.
الثالث. الثird.
This is ذلك. ذلك.
That is
This is the second lesson. ذلك. The use of ذلك. Also, you could do now.
That.
Right. ما معنى ذلك?
It
That.
is.
That's not
Listen, that. Listen, that.
what is that?
هذا
That, yeah.
ما ذلك؟
ماذا ذلك؟ ماذا ذلك؟ ذلك
ذلك نجم
That is a star.
ذلك نجم.
نجم يا
هذا
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 مسجد.
مسجدا
This is a
مسجد.
masjid.
وذلك بيت.
And that is
ذلك
a
بيت. This is a house.
And this is a house.
بيت.
And
هذا
That
that
is
is
a
a
house.
masjid. وذلك and that
هذا
is a
this. No, this is a
And
masjid.
that is a house.
And that is a house.
Right. Next one.
A house.
هذا خسان وذلك خمار.
خمار.
خمار
حمار.
Beautiful.
حمار.
Beautiful.
that is a donkey.
ذلك كلب.
ذلك كلب.
لا لا ذلك
كيت.
The cat.
ما ذلك؟
ما ذلك؟
ذلك
سرير.
سرير.
Right. That is a bed.
سرير.
Nou, weer nie klaskamer.
Next one.
من هذا ومن
من
ذلك؟
هذا ومن ذلك؟
Okay.
What is this and what is that?
Ani, what is,
And who is this?
who is this
This
and who is that?
and who is that?
VSD and VSD. Right? I don't.
هذا مدرس
وذلك إمام.
ذلك إمام.
Teacher
Yeah.
is a, this is a
and the leader.
إمام.
Next
ما
one.
ذلك؟
إمام is the leader.
وذلك
ذلك خجر.
حجر.
Oh,
حجر
that's the
أسود.
stone.
نه.
أسود حجر أسود
حجر.
حجر
أبيض حجر أسود.
Mm.
Next one.
black stone.
هذا
هذا سكر وذلك لبن.
لبن
Sugar.
That is sugar.
And
sugar
this is
This is
smoke.
sugar and this
That
is
is
smoke.
That is smoke.
Mm.
Okay. Read
Some-
and write. اقرأ واكتب.
إقرأ.
هذا
هذا سكر وذلك لبن.
لبن.
yeah
Can we see what happens here? In the first exercises, they give you all the, you know, all the words with the signs.
Wow.
Now what they do is they just take all the
Take it
harakat
off.
off, you know.
all the
and then
harkat yeah
that makes it easy for us. Next one.
من
ذلك
ذلك إمام
ذلك
ذلك
لا
ذلك كلب.
ذلك قلب
قلب.
MashaAllah.
ما
هذا
هذا حجر.
حجر
حجر. Is kalimatun jadidatun, right?
New words.
إمام.
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 حجر
حجر.
سكر
لبن.
Okay, so there you can see there's no a paar words that was no concrete, so sugar and milk, you know. En suiker is geen maar was
Chai en kahwa.
met melk in en ek wil tee met suiker in en
Kahwa.
you know.
Kahwa en chai.
Chai. Lebanon Rani.
Righto.
Nope.
الدرس الثالث.
Fourth
Okay,
lesson.
inshallah. Yeah. Ik nog gaat stop resources nog bij 22, ja, ne? Can we see here we come on the definite ones, ne? Baitun, al-baytu.
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 So this
Kitabu
is
al-kitabu.
where we're gonna start next week with Ahmad, inshallah.
Qalamun
We
al-qalam.
might, inshallah, as I say, I will
Jamalun
look through the whole discussion
al-jamalu.
and see if it is, if we can continue, or we should continue with the dual. But other than that, if not, then we can go through all the examples just to strengthen our understanding and vocabulary, inshallah. But I'm open for suggestions or proposals. You know, let me know how you feel, if we should, go on with that, with a new lesson, or do you feel we must go through all these examples here in the Medina syllabus just to strengthen our understanding, inshallah, Because I think I found last week it helped quite a bit. I don't know, if what was your feeling on it, but it went on well because everybody was participating and I could hear, there was sort of a connection of most of the students. And I think this was a good way of actually just catching up, man, So like we'll see, as we can see there, all the lessons that's going to follow here now in the Medina syllabus are all the ones that we had done already, but obviously there's some new words that's going to come through. But mainly, as I said before, I go over to the different form of the noun, meaning the dual, because we did the mufrad noun, meaning we did the singular, which was comfortable, and we could see all the laws connected to that. So now what's going to happen, all those laws that we did, the harfu jar, the sifas and the mawsufs, meaning the adjectives and that, it's all now going to affect again when we now do the dual form of the noun, which means all those are now going to be in the dual format as well. So your sifa will now also be dual, So inshallah, it's going to be interesting. So, but please give me feedback on that, if you don't mind, inshallah. Okay. Is there any other questions before we conclude the evening, inshallah? Any questions?
لا إمام.
لا.
لا يا
شكرا.
Anyway, shukran.
لا سؤال.
السلام عليكم.
السلام
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
سلام.
صلى الله وسلم عليه والحمد لله رب العالمين. شكرا.
شكرا.
عفوا.